Have you ever noticed someone who never posts pictures online? No selfies at parties, no celebration posts, no life updates. In a world obsessed with attention and validation, these people almost seem invisible. But here's what most don't realize. Psychology says this behavior isn't random. It actually reveals something fascinating about their confidence, their mindset, and their emotional depth. Let's break down the real psychology behind people who choose to stay off the radar. Number 1. Privacy is their power, not popularity. Psychologists say people who rarely share pictures tend to have what's called a high privacy orientation. That means they deeply value control over their personal information and how others perceive them. Now, don't mistake this for being antisocial or unfriendly. They're simply protecting their mental and emotional space from unnecessary noise. While most people are constantly seeking validation through likes, comments, and shares, these individuals rely on something much stronger: self-validation. They don't need to announce every moment of their life to feel good about it. Their sense of worth comes from within, not from external approval. And honestly, that's a subtle but powerful sign of inner security and maturity. Number 2. They have crystal clear self-awareness. Research on something called self-concept clarity shows that people who share less on social media often have a much stronger sense of who they really are. They understand their core values, their long-term goals, and what genuinely matters to them, all without needing a virtual audience to confirm it. This deep self-knowledge makes them far less likely to chase fleeting trends or waste energy comparing themselves to others. They're not scrolling through feeds feeling inadequate. Their happiness doesn't depend on how others react to their posts. It's rooted in something far more stable: their own authentic identity. And honestly, that's a subtle but powerful sign of inner security and maturity. Number 3. They're emotionally secure and internally driven. Posting less is often linked to what psychologists call secure self-esteem. This is a type of confidence that doesn't need constant attention or reassurance to survive. These people don't feel the urge to post selfies or updates to prove their worth, because they already feel whole and complete as they are. Research shows that individuals with this kind of emotional balance tend to experience less anxiety, less approval-seeking behavior, and more focus on meaningful, real-world goals. They're not performing for an audience. They're living for themselves. And that's a level of emotional freedom most people don't even realize is possible. Number 4. They're deep thinkers, not attention seekers. People who stay quiet online are often the most introspective and thoughtful. They don't just react, they reflect. They think carefully before they speak, and they only post when something genuinely feels important or meaningful to them. This behavior comes from a cognitive trait psychologists call internal locus of evaluation. In simple terms, it means they judge themselves based on their own standards and principles, not by what others think or expect. They're not interested in collecting followers or impressing strangers. They value authentic, meaningful conversations over shallow, performative interactions. And that makes them incredibly grounded and self-directed. Number 5. They understand the digital illusion better than most. Many of these people are fully aware of how easily social media can distort reality. Psychologists refer to this as social comparison theory, the idea that people constantly measure their self-worth against others' carefully curated highlight reels. And let's be honest, that cycle is exhausting and mentally damaging. By choosing to stay low-key and offline, they're actively protecting their mental health from that endless comparison trap. They're not playing the game of who looks happier, more successful, or more interesting. They've opted out. And in doing so, they've chosen inner peace over external performance. That takes serious self-awareness and emotional intelligence. So the next time you come across someone who doesn't post their pictures or share their life online, don't assume they're shy, insecure, or antisocial. The truth might be the exact opposite. They could be more grounded, more emotionally intelligent, and more self-aware than most people scrolling through their feeds right now. They don't need to be seen by everyone to feel seen by themselves. And honestly, that's the kind of quiet confidence the world needs more of. If you're fascinated by understanding why people think and behave the way they do, then you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button right now because on this channel, we don't just scroll through people's lives. We decode their minds, their motivations, and the psychology behind everyday behavior. New videos every week. Let's dive deeper together.